Hey, Drew here, and as promised in this video, I'm going to show you how we generate more clients and annuity leads than the biggest players with the biggest budgets, and we're going to do it at less cost and still get more leads. This is not for everyone. It's for serious, dedicated financial advisors only. I'm going to be showing you some really cool stuff, some stuff that blew my mind when I first learned it, and I'm really excited to share it with you. And I'm going to show you how, obviously people like Edward Jones, places like Edward Jones, Merrill Lynch, Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Chase, they all have these enormous advertising budgets, right? And they coast along, if you can say that. They built up their brand for so long over the years. They have this huge brand, and they can get clients just by their brand name alone. Now, I want to show you how to get quality clients and quality annuity leads by being, you're going to learn in this video how to be better at advertising than these people, and it's really cool. So some people are spending, like Wiser Advisor here, 58,000 K a month, and there are other financial advisors who are blowing $5,000. They're losing money because they don't know how to advertise. So I personally, I have a suspicion, I've done a lot of research on this, and I have a suspicion that people like Edward Jones and Merrill Lynch and Bank of America, that they would be that I believe they're wasting a lot of money just based on what I've seen here. So as you can see, $250,000 advertising budget approximately for Edward Jones, 106,000 a month for Merrill Lynch, and I threw a smaller fry, I suppose you could say, Wiser Advisor in there at 58K, even though that's still quite a large marketing budget. So in this video, I'm going to uncover, as I said, why some of these competitors are spending $58,000 a month. I mean, they're obviously doing something right. They're getting some clients, and others are, spending $5,000, but they're losing it, and they have to halt their advertising because they're not getting good results. And this is why you see these major players in the top four, of the advertising spots on Google. And you're also going to learn in this video how to get advisory clients same day. Like, this is how quickly ads work, instant results. And that way you don't have to worry about SEO taking forever. So this is not only Google, it's also Facebook ads, great annuity leads on Facebook ads. And we're seeing at about $28 per lead for an annuity lead from Facebook. I'm also going to show you how to prevent those leads from running away, how we kind of get them to stick around and keep them from going to your competitor and looking around for other options. And how this channel, AdWords and Facebook, actually these channels are the perfect add-on or replacement to your existing AdWords strategy if you have one, and how you don't have to pay $20 a click for keyword financial advisor like the rest of the market. Okay, so I want to show you this really quickly here. This is on Seeking Alpha, a very good article here, and says people enter keywords into the search engines, and 72% of the time that search engine is Google. Google obviously owns the lion's share of the market. And so what do they see when they get to Google? 4 advertisements at the top, and these are dominated by, here's Schwab, here's TD Ameritrade. The search I did before of Financial Advisor San Francisco had, I believe it had a Merrill Lynch in there, maybe a Bank of America. But then there's 3 advertisements at the bottom. There are 3 Maps listings here, and then 10 listings here. And most of these, here's a Merrill Lynch, here's a Morgan Stanley, see? So most of these here are, bigger advertising, although I'm impressed that I'm seeing some smaller guys. I just hope they're not losing money. But you're going to learn how to be in the 1% better than all of these people you just saw on the screen. So again, these ads are dominated by brand name firms that have big advertising budgets. And because there are 20 choices on page 1, 91% of people never go to page 2 when they search for the information and services. And inbound, this is how do they achieve visibility? Now, there are no easy solutions. This is a statement that I disagree with because I have the knowledge, because I've paid to get the knowledge, I've worked with the knowledge, I've put this into real action, and I want to show it to you right here, right now. So let's get into it. I hope you're excited. You're about to learn how to be in the top 1% of advertisers on Google and how to get great annuity leads from Facebook. So, put your arms in the air and get excited like Oprah here is. So what are they doing? What's Wiser Advisor doing where they're spending $58,000 a month? This here is SpyFu, a tool I use to do a lot of research on a lot of any competitor really. This is Wiser Advisor, as you can see. This is their ad budget, $58.4 thousand estimated monthly clicks, and this says that they have almost 8,000 keywords that they're paying for. This is another tool we use for research. As you can see, Wiser Advisor here. This says they only have 1.8 thousand keywords. And you can see here, these keywords on the left trigger these ads on the right. Certified financial planner, fee financial planner, find a planner, how to find a planner, financial planner's fees. Each one of these is triggering, and it looks like there are more options there. It's triggering these particular ads. And so I'm going to discuss in just a couple of minutes why it's important that you do have a lot of keywords to be bidding on, anywhere from 1.8 thousand to 7.7 thousand keywords to be almost exact. So let's talk a little bit about this. Let me break this down and show you how it actually works, how these bids on these keywords showing up these ads. So let's say we have 4 advertisers and each advertiser is bidding a different amount. The advertiser with the highest quality score is going to pay the less and have the best ad rank. So in this example right over here, this person has the best ad rank, but I can bet you almost anything that they are not paying a low price. I think they're actually paying a fairly high price to be up here, because I'm going to show you the secret, Google's secret sauce, the quality score. How do you get a good quality score? So you want a good ad rank, you want to be number 1, number 2, but you don't have to pay. It's not just about throwing as much money as you can. In fact, you can pay less and be number 1 just by having a higher quality score. And so let me show you how to do that. Let's see, first, what are the costs? I said that you wouldn't have to be paying $20 a click. You see down there at the bottom, Financial Advisor, $19.76 per click, suggested bid. You can see a long tail keyword. I'm going to break that down in a second. I need a financial planner. Obviously, far fewer searches, but and a little bit lower of a cost. How to find a certified financial planner. These are keywords like this is active. People really searching for this stuff, trying to find out. So you can see the prices there. Financial Advisor is $19.76 per keyword. So if you can easily, if you follow this process right here, show up, number 1, have the highest quality score, and pay a fraction of that $19.76 for the keyword financial planner. And all of the keyword bids you will be paying far less, a fraction of each of those that you see on the screen right now, by following this process and getting yourself a higher quality score. So how do we get a high quality score? Google's chief economist says that 60% of the quality score is determined by the click-through rate. And so a click-through rate is simply, when somebody searches Financial Advisor San Francisco, are they going to click on this? Are they going to click on this? Whichever the click-through rate, if you have an ad that shows up, 1,000 times and it has a click-through rate for that keyword search phrase, of, I don't know, let's say 100, then you have, a 10% click-through rate. So, so we need to get our click-through rate higher. And so let me demonstrate that. How do you do that? You do that by making sure that your ad says the exact same phrase that your searcher typed into the search box. So what we would want to do is for every search phrase, financial advisor San Francisco, if your title, it should be in the title. If your title says financial advisor San Francisco, you're going to be at the top of this search right here. You're going to be number one spot because nobody else has it in there. You can see it. Financial advisor San Francisco. I don't see a single one that has it in there. So, but if we looked for explore independence if we looked for, I don't know, how about this? Find your independent, no, that's already number one. Let's try Schwab Advisor Services, right? We want the exact search phrase to come up. See how that one came up, and it's even a different ad. So the point is you want the search phrase to be in the title of your ad, and that gives you a higher click-through rate because people like clicking through to what they searched, and Google likes it too because it increases the user experience. So we saw a bunch of those keywords earlier, and this is the reason why you want 1.8 thousand to 7.7 thousand keywords. There are thousands of keywords for financial planning, and they get from very basic like financial advisor or financial planner, which are more expensive, and usually the buying intent is not quite as high, they start to get longer and longer and cheaper, but the buying intent goes up. So find a financial planner, or I need a financial planner would be an example of one of these two here, where the cost is much lower, but people are ready to buy. They're ready to find a financial planner. And so you want to cover the whole gamut of these search phrases. And so you need to get everything in there. Now, here's, of course, some examples, like best financial advisors Bay Area, certified financial planner CFP. If you had, an ad for each of these search terms, your ad, if it had that specific search term in it, would show up, number one, it would have a higher quality score and thus a lower click-through rate than all of the other people because they're not doing that. So that brings me to what the common practice is in the market. 99% of people are doing this. They group their keywords into one campaign. So they have, 1, 2, 3, 4 ad groups, but they group all of these keywords. So maybe you're grouping all of your financial advisor keywords into one ad group, and all of your financial planner keywords into one group, and all of your retirement keywords into one group, and all of your IRA keywords, and all of your annuity keywords all go in the group annuity, all go in the group retirement, And so that's the common practice. But that produces more irrelevant clicks, more fraudulent clicks, and a lower quality score, and thus, of course, a lower click-through rate because the user experience isn't there. And so this is what we do. We do 1% performance advertising. We call it the one-to-one method. We have one ad per ad group. And so that way you're showing up for every single specific phrase that somebody searches it. So if you're advertising for 1.8 thousand keywords, that means we have 1.8 ad groups, one ad per one ad group. And this allows you to be extremely relevant and show up for the exact search phrase. Say somebody says, I need a financial planner who is great at annuities. And we did the research and we found that that's, a keyword that's searched maybe, 1 to 10 times or something per month, but you're going to show up for it. And if somebody types that in and you pop up right there, somebody's going to click on that. The person who typed that in, they're going to click on that because it's so specific and you're right there answering their exact question. People love to click. I know I just said this, but people love to click on on the phrase that they typed into Google, and Google loves it too because it increases the user experience. So you get rewarded for that. So the click-through rate, and there are different factors involved with this click-through rate and the quality score. One is the ad copy, and I just told you, you want it to match what the people are searching for, search term to ad relevancy. the geographic relevance to the ad. You want to show up, in a radius of 5, 10, 15 miles around San Francisco and not show up in Wisconsin. That's common sense. Long tail usage in the ad copy. We did just cover the long tail, how you want to cover all of the keywords and not just the basic keywords. And then, as I said, we typically have, we have thousands of keywords per account, and each one has its own ad group. And then, of course, there's time of the day and day of the week bidding. You don't want your ads showing up when most people are asleep, when nobody's going to answer the phones. So you need to make sure that you're bidding during the right time of day when most people are searching. Now, there's also landing page factors. When people click on the ad, they come to your landing page, and it has to be relevant to what they were searching for. If they're searching for retirement, you don't want to be talking about, if they're searching for annuities, you don't want to be talking about, being the best financial planner or whatever on the next page. You want to be talking about annuities. You want to be talking about retirement. The load speed of your website matters. The faster it loads, the better. The difference of performance across devices. You want to make sure that you show up on mobile well, so that it's not tiny print or you're scrolling left and right. And then some more technical stuff like ease of crawlability. Can Google get to your website easily and navigate it easily? Bounce rate. How quickly do people bounce off of your page when they get on there? And that's largely determined by the relevance of the page. So let's go from AdWords, from Google AdWords, over to Facebook now. We have been running an annuity ad on Facebook with some very good success, nothing but positive feedback so far. And so it's a very simple ad. It simply calls out the people who are looking or who might be interested in annuities, and asks them, to find out if they qualify, or just, find out if the new annuity options are right for them by taking a quiz. The stats here, most of the people are going to submit the form. You'll get some phone calls, but mostly it's going to be people filling out the quiz and the form. Average has been about $28 per lead when people, once they actually become a lead. You're spending about $28 to get that lead. And then from what we've seen, 10 to 30% conversion rate once they're in there with you, talking with you. So one of the ways that we keep people from running away to your competitors, and one of the ways that we keep people interested, is not by presenting just a name, email, phone number form that we've all seen 8 million times and are scared to fill out, frankly. We actually ask them questions. So you can see here, this is a notification from this mousetrap, as we call it. The first question: are you currently investing any money for retirement? Easy question, yes or no. Okay. Are you currently employed? Yes or no. And then we go down, and so the questions are very simple. And then finally, towards the end, when they're already invested, it's a cool layout and everything. When they're already invested, then we ask for the name, the email, and the phone number. And so this, people don't want to just turn around. I mean, they've already answered 7 easy questions before that, and they're invested. It's, psychological thing. And then also, they don't want to run off and try and find somebody else, because, most other places are going to be like, oh, name, phone number, email. And because they've already put the work in here, we've seen conversions go 30, 50% over the normal, just plain old landing page. Like, here's a field. Like, these questions are presented one at a time for the person. It's not just this, fill out all your information and give it to us. It's a very cool, user-friendly, very human experience, if you will. So, who am I? My name is Drew Doggett. I started Bling Cake LLC back in September 2014, and as you'll see on the next page, I started working with financial advisors in June of 2015, and I've had many other clients besides financial advisors, but I think I say June 2015 was the time when I really just started kind of being fascinated by this industry. So I spent a lot of money to get the coaching and rub elbows with people who have what I want, and be influenced by positive influences, and always continuing my education, always investing in new coaching, new mentoring, new skill sets, and of course, continuing to learn about this industry, the financial advisor industry, financial planning industry. And the latest book that I've read that's just done wonders for my business, and I'm not even a financial planner, is The Advisor Breakthrough. If you haven't read it, highly, highly recommend it. It's good for anybody, not just financial advisors, and I'm proof of that. And last November, I decided to spend a year abroad, and I've actually been living in Thailand. Up top, that's Kalipe, Thailand. Lower left, that's in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Actually, that city at night is Macau. And then that's me goofing off in Koh Samet, Thailand. So I've really been enjoying it here. Just very happy to be traveling around, seeing more of the world than just my my backyard, in the local areas. So I really hope that I have blown your mind the way mine was blown when I first heard about this one-to-one method and how the cost per click can go way down and click-through rate goes way up and quality score goes way up. And I just hope you've gotten a lot of value out of this. So I really look forward to hearing from you. Just reach out to me. And I do want to mention that this is no risk. I should have mentioned way back here where I was talking about all of these factors, the click-through rates and the ads. We're going to set up all of this for you. You don't have to pay us to set up a good click-through rate or a good ad relevance or a good landing page quality. You don't have to pay us to make sure that to create the landing page or to create the ads or do the keyword research or any of that kind of stuff. You pay per lead. So as far as like what you can expect, if you're working with us, do we offer like a money back guarantee or anything like that? Yeah, absolutely. If you don't get any leads, we'll give you your money back, and we'll also give you a gift, a free gift. This cool little wine glass that we found so that you can drink away your sorrows. Yeah, we've worked with financial advisors. I've surrounded myself. I've trained my team specifically for financial advisors, so we know what works. And yeah, again, I hope you got a lot of value out of this, and I do look forward to talking with you. Take care.